our next youth performer is Bodie Lind, and he is 15 years old, and he's from Rapid City, South Dakota. And Bodie has his roots in farming and logging community in South Dakota, and he has been labeled a prodigy, and you guys are going to find out why, among his peers for guitar, banjo, bass, mandolin, and other instruments. So this kid knows music, and I can't believe he's 15. I come like to his belly button. I mean, I'm like, I hate to see you when you're 20. You're going to be like 7 feet tall. I don't know. He's happiest when he's on stage, and he does both jazz and Western music. So he's quite an amazing performer. And at 15, he has over 250 live shows under his belt. So he is on the way to becoming a superstar at this point. And we are so proud to have him here on our stage, Bodie Lind.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
This next one, the first one that I'm doing, I'm going to do for my grandpa back there for coming with me and traveling all the places that I go with music. It was quite a long drive from South Dakota. We had to take 2 days to get down here, and it's just been an amazing experience so far. We were down here last year, and we just had a great time. So for him, this one's called Amazing Grace. Thank you. Just a little arrangement that I did. Now this next one I encourage everybody to sing along with, because as I learned with my grandpa, not everybody can sing, but everybody can sure try. So this one you probably know, it's called The Miles and Miles of Texas. I was born in Louisiana, down on the old bayou, raised on shrimp and catfish and mama's good gumbo. Got the rambling fever, said goodbye to ma and pa. Well, I crossed that old Red River and this is what I saw. Well, I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, gonna live here till I die. I went on down to Austin, the cradle of the West. Just ask any cowboy, he can tell you it's the best. Met a Texas beauty, got friendly with her pa. I looked into her big blue eyes and this is what I saw. Well, I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, gonna live here till I die. Well, I started taming broncs, went to every rodeo, till I met a tough one, you know his name was Devil Joe. Grabbed onto his bridle, tried to tame this old outlaw. Well, he threw me from the saddle and this is what I saw. Well, I saw miles and miles of Texas, all the stars up in the sky. I saw miles and miles of Texas, gonna live here till I die. How's that, folks? Well, if you've ever been to South Dakota before, I'm sure you've heard of Deadwood. This next one's a tune that I wrote about Deadwood. It's called This is a Boomtown for the Undertaker. This is a boomtown for the undertaker. Many a man has gone to meet his maker. Lies and sin mixed in with deceit. It's not a great place to be labeled as a thief. Searching out the flake to make him rich. Turns out he was robbed, found dead in a ditch. The only one making money deals in slabs. $3 on the shovel, last coin I have. This is a boomtown for the undertaker. Many a man has gone to meet his maker. Lies and sin mixed in with deceit. It's not a great place to be labeled as a thief. Cards on the table, you know that they're marked. I come here hopefully with a broken heart. I missed the good pickings by just a week. You know I'm back on the trail, got a fortune to seek. This is a boomtown for the undertaker. Many a man has gone to meet his maker. Lies and sin mixed in with deceit. It's not a great place to be labeled as a thief. Well, there's dangers on the trail that I better turn back. All that I own is in this sack. I'm so damn hungry that I'm thinking about crime, but I know it's not all worth the time. This is a boom town for the undertaker. Many a man has gone to meet his maker. Lies and sin mixed in with deceit. It's not a great place to be labeled as a thief. Cemetery so full, folks dying to get in. No matter what, the devil always wins. I told you this tale so that you can see. Well, stay straight and narrow, don't be like me. Stay straight and narrow, don't be like me. Well, thank you. Well, this next one I'm gonna do for Jack. If you're out there, Jack, I don't know where you went, but this next one's for him. It's called "What He Doesn't Understand." What he doesn't understand is what he suspects. What he suspects is what he fights. If you see him now, I would show some respect. On myself I wouldn't bet. Best leave now and don't take flight. Oh, don't lock in. Here's a shifty-eyed gaze. Better nod your head to see another day, just to give him some space, just to let him pass. It's not worth the trouble. He's been built to last. What he doesn't understand is what he suspects and what he expects is what he fights. If you see him now, I would show some respect. On myself I wouldn't bet. I best leave now and go take flight. Oh, sinew cords where his skin should grow, his evil side he wants to show. No second chance, it's a one and done. Well, he's a lethal man, he doesn't need a gun. What he doesn't understand is what he suspects and what he suspects. He fights. If you see him now, I would show some respect. Myself I wouldn't bet. Best leave now and go take flight. Now this story may be tall, but I know it's true. I see him now, and you do too. There you go, Jack. Now this next one's an old jazz blues tune called the St. James Infirmary. I'm sure you've heard it before. I went down to the St. James Infirmary, and I saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long white table, so sweet, so cool, so fair. Let her go, let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she can search the whole wide world over, but she'll never find another sweet man like me. Down to the St. James Infirmary, and I saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long white table, so sweet, so cool, so fair. When I die, you can bury me in straight-laced shoes, a box-back suit and a Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain to let all know that I die standing pat. Thank you. This next one is another tune that I wrote. And if you're liking the tunes that I write, you can go check me out on Bandcamp, Outlaw Bodie Lindy on Bandcamp, and you can buy my full album there and listen to it online. Or you could go check me out on Outlaw Bodie Lindy on YouTube or Spotify or anywhere, and find songs that I played and listen to them if you like it. This next one is called South Dakota Me Oh My, and I just wrote it as a tribute to South Dakota and how beautiful it is. We have such great hills and prairie, and as Belinda mentioned earlier, my mom's side we're all farmers, and my dad's side, we had a sawmill up in Custer, South Dakota. If anybody's been to South Dakota before, that's kind of by Mount Rushmore. So this one's called South Dakota Me Oh My. South Dakota, me oh my, lovely time just passes by. South Dakota, always my home, y'all come out here to roam. Skies are blue and oh so free, we even have a couple of trees. People so nice that they always smile, my next door neighbor's about 8 miles. South Dakota, me oh my, lovely time just passes by. South Dakota, always my home, y'all come out here to roam. Find your loving from the land we reach out now and shake my hand. We won't start that Midwest goodbye. It takes so long that the birds fly by. South Dakota, me oh my, lovely time just passes by. South Dakota, always my home. Y'all come out here to roam. Turn out the lights and see the stars. Heaven on earth don't seem so far. Use your feet to see this land. Leave your car stuck in the sand. South Dakota, me oh my, lovely time just passes by. South Dakota, always my home. Y'all come out here to roam. It's a secret, don't tell a soul. We mine for gold and not the coal. Leave your feet to see this land. Leave your car stuck in the sand. South Dakota, me oh my, lovely time just passes by. South Dakota, always my home. Y'all come out here to roam. Thank you. I'm sure quite a you have heard of Marty Robbins before. We had Jack do a poem by Marty Robbins earlier, and this is one of my favorite songs of his, and he's one of my favorite artists, so I'm really happy to be playing his music. This one's called Doggone Cowboy. To the roving wind that brings the northern in. Along that dusty trail I'll take my stand. The steers are big and bold, and the nights are often cold. But I'll get by so long as I can throw that rope and brand that calf. A dream of a girl in a photograph. I got no home, I got no wife, but I'll be a doggone cowboy all of my life. I'm up at the crack of dawn, and I'll throw the bacon on. It seems somehow my work is never through. When I get done at night, all the stars are big and bright. But I guess that's what you're used to when you throw that rope, a brand that calf, a dream of a girl in a photograph. I got no home, I got no wife, but I'll be a doggone cowboy all of my life. Well, the hot, dry wind may blow. You'll see me in the rain and snow, with just an old campfire to keep me warm. I move the herd along, and I'll greet them with a song. I guess that I was born to throw that rope and brand that calf, a dream of a girl in a photograph. I got no home, I got no wife, but I'll be a doggone cowboy all of my life. I'll throw that rope and brand that calf, a dream of a girl in a photograph. I got no home, I got no wife, but I'll be a doggone cowboy all of my life. I'll be a doggone cowboy all of my life. Thank you. This next one is another original. It's called Last One Standing. The horizon never changes. They keep us locked up in cages. Pull hard against the yoke. Already spent tomorrow's wages. Last one standing on this plane. They all gave up, they left in vain. The work it scared them stiff. Well, it drove them flat insane. Well, old Dakota had broken better men. They walked out here just 10 by 10. I watched them leave and wave goodbye. Now I am stuck, left here to die. Nothing to eat left on the shelf. Now I just sing to myself. 2 bullets left to hunt. Cut a new notch on my belt. Now I walk that same old trail. Maybe you have heard this tale. So lonesome as the sunset, I'm tired of eating snails. No, old Dakota had broken better men. They walked out here 10 by 10. I watched them leave and wave goodbye. Now I am stuck, left here to die. To shoot my horse last week. She was lame and mighty meek. Lost my best friend with that shot. Now it's tears over sour meat. That's potato in the stew. With that one bite I knew. Days are full of gloom. So tired can't even chew. Days are full of gloom. So tired can't even chew. Now old Dakota had broken better men. They walked out here just 10 by 10. I watched them leave and wave goodbye. Now I'm stuck, left here to die. Now I am stuck, left here to die. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for me. Thank you all. Hope you had a great time listening.
Thank you so much. How about another hand for Bodie?
I'm surprised that guitar didn't start smoking every now and then. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. So our last performer for this for today is Miss Vanessa Carpenter, and Vanessa is 20 years old, and she's been playing for a long time, haven't you, sweetheart? And she started out in Texas, and then her family moved to Idaho for work for her dad. And she said when she moved she had a lot of wonderful mentors with her music when she was in Texas, and she was worried when she moved to Idaho that was all going to go away. But she found a whole new crop of mentors, didn't you, in Idaho? And she's a fairly new addition to our IWMA family, and a very welcome addition. And in fact, she's even won our Liz Masterson Crescendo Award. And she also, we have a thing that we do at our convention every year. We call it a team painting contest, and where 2 people pair up and write a song, and then they have a competition. And the very first one she had, she and Devil Corson won that competition. She was so tickled. So were we. But please welcome to the stage Vanessa Carpenter.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember Dan McCorson. He's been here a few times. I've seen on the wall of names and a bunch of dates. It's so fun back there. We've written quite a few songs at that team penning song or songwriting contest, and I'll be playing one of those tonight actually that we wrote for that contest. It's not the one that won it, but I think it was a dang good song. Well, this first one is actually another one that me and Dan wrote. It's called You Gotta Earn Your Spurs, and ever since back in 2020, we've been writing a bunch of songs. He got me started in it, taught me the ways of writing, and there's some good stories that have come out of it, and I've really enjoyed it. I hope you guys too. You gotta earn your spurs when you saddle up. You gotta show your stuff and never give up. You gotta climb back on when life throws you a curve. It ain't always easy. You gotta earn your spurs. When you sit that bronc inside that chute, well, you better be ready when they turn you loose. Well, you might fly high, you might hit the dirt. It's how you get back up. You gotta earn your spurs. You gotta earn your spurs when you saddle up. You gotta show your stuff and never give up. You gotta climb back on, life throws you a curve. It ain't always easy. You gotta earn your spurs. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes the trail ain't the one you choose. When the going gets tough, don't lose your nerve. Just hold on tight. You gotta earn your spurs. You gotta earn your spurs when you saddle up. You gotta show your stuff and never give up. You gotta climb back on when life throws you a curve. It ain't always easy. You gotta earn your spurs. Hard work beats talent, and talent doesn't work hard. Those legendary stories inspire the young hearts. We've all got heroes, but they're once heroes. Each life lesson made them a legend. So use it or lose it. You gotta earn your spurs. You gotta earn your spurs when you saddle up. You gotta show your stuff and never give up. You gotta climb back on when life throws you a curve. It ain't always easy. You gotta earn your spurs. No, it ain't easy when you're earning your spurs. Woo! Thank you all. Thank me later for that. Well, this is that one this was actually, I believe, our second song we wrote for the team penning competition. And it was based off of places and, Western places and sceneries, I think. And, well, we decided to go with a place in Arizona. And one of the places was over in Wickenburg, and it was called Ben Sallery. This is how it goes. There's a place over in Wickenburg where all the cowboys go to buy a handmade saddle or get repairs from a rodeo. Vince Saddlery's been around since 1949, building things that'll last a lifetime, things that are one of a kind. Vince sits there at his workbench, polishing the leather. Now those saddles tells a tale of life, work, and weather. And where there's scuffs and scrapes, there's a story to be told, where the life of a cowboy starts to unfold. Ben washes away the dirt and grime till that leather looks almost new, and he builds another cinch to replace one snapped in two. Repairs are more than stitches, more than parts and glue. He knows how much that saddle's worth, so he'll do all he can do. There's a place over in Wickenburg where all the cowboys go to buy a handmade saddle or get repairs from a rodeo. Vince Saddlery's been around since 1949, building things that'll last a lifetime, things that are one of a kind. This old saddle's seen it all. Ben can clearly tell. Seen little bits of heaven and its fair share of hell. Many a blue northern and deep, deep drifts of snow. Bright starry nights and dawn's early glow. So he cuts out a piece of leather, stains and lets it dry, punches all the holes and starts burnishing the sides. Just when you think that he is done, there's still a ways to go. You'll see the magic start when he begins to sew. There's a place over in Wickenburg where all the cowboys go to buy a handmade saddle or get repairs from a rodeo. Vince Saddlery's been around since 1949, building things that'll last a lifetime, things that are one of a kind. Thank you all. Well, this next one is another one I've written. It's called The Master's Brand. Takes a second to get there. Okay, that is just fine with me. A cowboy's life doesn't end when he dies. He'll be roping mustangs in the sky with clouds as fences to hold the cattle in, and where the cowboys are forgiven of their sins. We often wonder down here below what happens when we're laid low. The answer is out there. The preachers say we're all turned out after Judgment Day. will be our creed. Praying what we have in store, well, I'll be riding for the Lord. When the devil whispers, you're not strong, on the master's crew, you don't belong. It helps if you can make a hand. Be sure you're wearing the right brand. 'Cause the master's brand is the one we need. The golden rule will be our creed. We're praying what we have in store. Well, I'll be riding for the Lord. With our families and our parts, we'll be out there riding hard. Here on earth, we'll make our stand according to the master's plan. And the master's brand is the one we need. The golden rule will be our creed. We're praying what we have in store. Well, I'll be riding for the Lord. Yes, we'll make sure what we have in store is we'll all be riding for the Lord. Well, when I first came to Sierra Vista, I met this older gentleman. His name was Les Buffum, and he was an amazing, amazing guy. Taught me so much, and he actually had me learn a song of his called Queen of Diamonds. It's been one of his favorites, and he loved to hear my version of it, so I always try to keep that in my playlist for everybody, and I hope you all enjoy it. I'm gonna make sure I'm in tune. There was a certain lady who lived some time ago and earned a reputation in the state of Idaho. She raised a band of horses and the diamond was her brand. At the foot of Oahu Mountain, a mighty rugged piece of land. She only hired top cowboys to ride and tend the land. And she rode there among them and ruled with an iron hand. She shipped horses to the gold fields, to the U.S. Cavalry. Auctioned them off in Omaha, St. Louis, Sioux City. She was the Queen of Diamonds, Kitty Wilkins was her name. From a $40 billy, she worked her way to fame. For good horses and square dealings, she was known throughout the West. They said to the Queen of Diamonds, if you want the very best. She proudly oversaw the lot, was nothing left to chance. Her slogan was, boys, they're on sound, before they left the ranch. And they saw she was beauty, and she raised quite a stir. When all those eastern newsmen would catch a glimpse of her. Now Kitty never did marry the one man her heart had stolen, but she lost him in shooting over some old water hole. Now Idaho remembers her, for she earned her place of fame. She was the Queen of Diamonds, Kitty Wilkins was her name. She was the Queen of Diamonds, Kitty Wilkins was her name. From a $40 billy, she worked her way to fame. For good horses and square dealings, she was known throughout the West. They said to the Queen of Diamonds, if you want the very best. She was Queen of Diamonds, said, "See the Queen of Diamonds if you want the very best." She was the Queen of Diamonds. Kitty Wilkins was her name. Thank you all. Well, this next one's an original. It's about when my great-great-grandpa, let's see, yeah. A lot of greats in that. Really great man. But he got caught making moonshine with his brothers one night, or one day. And when he got caught, he was in jail for about a year. And he wrote letters back and forth with his wife, Lila. And we have all the letters from him to her, but none of the letters from her to him. And one of my relatives, she made a book of all these letters, and my mom used to tell me all these stories about it. And so finally got around to writing a song for it, which won my second poetry contest, which was the Columbia chapter, the IWMA Columbia Chapter Youth Poetry Contest. Times were hard and money was tight, so the Beard Brothers got together late one night. A deal was made and they knew their parts. That started making moonshine on Phillips' farm. It was an old shack with a stick in the door, a trick Joe learned to use as a silent alarm. One day when he went to open the door, the little stick was already on the floor. They said, "Hands up, put 'em high in the air," and pretty soon it all became crystal clear. Two of their best customers were men of the law, who sold out the Beard's little side job. They held up their guns and threw Joe to the floor, cuffed him and walked him out of the door. The judge said guilty to a lawsuit or bail, then they sentenced Joe to the county jail. And there's a lot I kept on saying as he sat behind bars, 'cause he took the blame, told us all to another man's gain, as he took his home and land and put it in their name. Joe had been hired to take the pair of his oxen to go down to Arizona for a movie set. But because he was still locked up by the law, his brothers had to go there in his stead. Was for the film The Big Trail, the leading star was the Duke. They wanted the oxen pulling the wagons for the movie shoot. When it was all said and done, his brothers had had their fun. Was time to pay their dues. But all they gave Joe and Lila was enough to buy the kid shoes. The letters of Lila kept on saying as he sat behind bars, 'cause he took the blame, told my thoughts to another man's game, as he took his home and let it put it in their name. Now the years had passed since the debt's been paid. Joe's family had grown, they had the rich life made. With two sons and two daughters to call their own, and a box full of letters under the bed back home. The letters of love kept on saying when he sat behind those bars, 'cause he took the blame. He didn't gain money or fame, but he earned himself a family and an honest name. All those letters from Lila, all those letters to Lila, all those letters from Lila kept Joe sane. Thank you all. another original called Ride More, Worry Less. Sunrise on the trail, my cares just drift away. Just the sounds of the morning to start a brand new day. Ride more, worry less. You gotta put that stress to rest. Ride more, worry less. Just you, your horse, and the West. Leave that phone down at the stable, right there with the jack. Whatever it might want, will hold till you get back. Ride more, worry less. You gotta put that stress to rest. Ride more, worry less. Just you, your horse, and the West. Thank you all. Well, there's an old story that the Indians used to talk about that's always been a favorite of mine. It was whenever you seen a red-tailed hawk, it meant you were going in the right direction. And so with my friend Dan McCorson, we got together and we built this song called Red-Tailed Hawk. The coyotes keep on lying and the buzzards think I'm dying. I'm lost and I don't know where to go. These fields look the same on these wide open plains and no marker for miles to point the way. For 3 days now I've wandered, I'm drained, and I pondered just how a girl could end up this way. Now I'm down on my knees, asking God please, please lost once again. I've crossed rivers, I've crossed mountains, how far did I stray? End up out here in this no man's land. The choices that I've made with my fake friends along the way, I kept going when I should have turned around. Then a shadow passes by, red-tailed hawk flying high. And I recall what the Indians would say. When you're lost, seek the spirit. If you're quiet, you can hear it. That old hawk is gonna show me the way. I've crossed rivers, I've crossed mountains, how far did I stray? To end up out here in this no man's land. The choices that I've made with my fake friends along the way, I kept going when I should have turned around. The symbols dancing in the wind remind me just what a fool I've been. But I'll follow that old hawk into the setting sun, and I pray that my new life has just begun. I'll follow that red tail into the setting sun, and I pray that my new life has just begun. Thank you all. This next one is kind of a fun one that I wrote with Mr. Dan. It's one we didn't know what to write about. And we got to thinking, and we just started, just visiting for a minute. He showed me this old book of his that he got that's kind of a journal, and it kind of folded like this and then tied with a little string. It was really fun, and he said, I'm not sure who it was that gave it to him. So I'm not going to go on that. But we started talking, and I kind of had this thought, what if we wrote a song about a notebook? And so we took and put together what his notebook was used for and put together a song for it. I'm the canvas for stories, the place you write things down. But I'm just a little notebook you left lying on the ground. I'm waiting for your pencil or a pen to touch my page. You've been here in the past, but it feels like it's been an age. You can use me like a journal, use me to write a song, scribble poems and letters on nights that are long. The tracks of your journey, the highs and the lows, I'll hold them here forever, no matter where you go. 'Cause I'm the canvas for your stories, the place you write things down. But I'm just a little notebook you left lying on the ground. I'm waiting for your pencil or a pen to touch my page. You've been here in the past, but it feels like it's been an age. I wonder what you're thinking, I wonder where you've been. Have you fallen in or out of love, or found a brand new friend? Are you dreaming of the future, or are you afraid it's the end? I hope you get inspired soon, so you can visit me again. 'Cause I'm the canvas for your stories, the place you write things down. But I'm just a little notebook you left lying on the ground. I'm waiting for your pencil or a pen to touch my page. You've been here in the past, but it feels like it's been an age. I'm the canvas for your stories, so paint away. Thank you all so much. Well, this last one I'm going to do for y'all is one of the other songs I wrote with Mr. Dan. In fact, Red-tailed Hawk, Red-tailed Hawk, the Notebook, and Red-tailed Hawk, the Notebook, and this last song, Cowboy's Blessing, were all written in a very short time span between each other. So we wrote them all in pretty close, and it was really fun. And I hope you all have enjoyed our sets today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. This last one, Cowboy's Blessing.
Cowboy's Blessing.
I'm grateful for your company, you really made my day. I know it was a journey to come out all this way. When you're walking out my front door after busy for a while, I don't want to see you leaving without a blessing and a smile. So may your belly never grumble, may your heart never ache, may your horse never stumble, may your cinch never break. May you always find a water hole before you feel a thirst, and may you always have your saddle, may you always have your horse first. Things can sure be harsh for our kind out on the range. Life can be a challenge, sometimes it's a strain. But no matter what the trail brings, it might be rough and long. So here's a little blessing to help you get along. So may your belly never grumble, may your heart never ache, may your horse a break. May you always find a water hole before you feel thirst. And may you always have your saddle. May you always have your spurs. Thank y'all so much. Now I'll have all the youth come up here and we're going to sing one last song for y'all. Riders in the Sky.